Hey, it's Maxi Marley, serving sport fans in English.
Y español.
We're part of here, One Nacion. And Marley, it is fight night coming up on Saturday, Las Vegas, the brand new T-Mobile Arena. You got Canelo Álvarez, Amir Khan, beat Miguel Cotto. I know you're still reeling from that one.
You have to bring that up, right?
Got to.
This isn't about Mexico contra Puerto Rico. It's about Great Britain against Mexico, el 5 de mayo.
So it's a big fight. We bring in all the heavy hitters, which include Bernardo Osuna, who we'll be talking to shortly. But first, it's Claudia Trejos, who's in L.A. Claudia, what is the euphoria like on the West Coast for this fight?
Bueno, gracias por invitarme. Thank you very much for having me. La euforia, la felicidad, la alegría. It's obviously the party. It's 5 de mayo, celebrating the best way possible in Las Vegas with boxing. It's almost synonymous with just having everybody in one spot, and what better way than to have a brand spanking new arena opening up with a great event like Canelo Khan.
Well, we know we have a couple of issues, particularly me, with celebrating 5 de mayo, but we'll just move on from that to the other expert besides La Dama del Boxeo, the lady of boxing, and we bring in Bernardo Osuna. Bernardo, why is it that Canelo is fighting Khan specifically?
Amir Khan, Marley, he brings a big name, and he brings 5,000 British fans to Las Vegas at least. You add that to that the 15,000 Mexican fans that will be supporting Saul Canelo Álvarez, and that's a fiesta, a big party here in Las Vegas, big business. He's a legitimate name, but he's moving up in weight. Not for the full 160 pounds that the middleweight title is supposed to be disputed at, but at the 155-pound catch weight, where Saul Canelo Álvarez is now doing what Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto did, make the conditions for the fight favorable to him. But the big elephant in the room is Gennady Golovkin, who's waiting in the wings, and that's the fight that real fight fans want to see. But Khan is legitimate, yet not as huge a risk because he's got a dubious chin, and he doesn't have the pop. He only fought 3 times at welterweight, and he hasn't had any knockouts. So it's a big ask from Amir Khan against Canelo.
And it would be a big upset if Khan could do it, and that will scrap the Golovkin-Canelo fight for now. But as we bring in Claudia, there's pressure. Guy coming up for 140 pounds. What does Canelo have to do to make sure his ascension continues?
Well, in order to make that step from being an okay fighter to being a great fighter, he has to take this opportunity of being the bigger guy, the heavier puncher, and obviously that's a huge advantage. And he has to take it all the way, finish this fight before the end of the 12 rounds, and everybody wants a knockout. We expected him to knock out Cotto. Sorry, Marley. And we definitely expect to Canelo take this win by a knockout because it's 2 weight divisions. And let's remember, not only 3 fights in 147, most of his career was at 135, a couple at 140, and just 3 at 147. This is a natural, I would say, 140-pounder that is really stretching it out to make the big bucks and bring in the fan base to all the way to Las Vegas.
It's okay, Claudia. No te preocupes. I'm okay with you giving me a little shot in my dubious chin. So it's all right. But you know what? I see his 5,000 Brits. I see his 5,000 Brits, and I raise him 5,000 Puerto Ricans. So we're just going to go right there. But Bernardo, what is it that Canelo has to prove, if anything, in this fight?
Canelo has to prove that he really is elite. You know, I was just at his camp a couple weeks ago doing interviews with him and doing some features, and we had a nice conversation about why, after the Cotto win, he didn't get the full credit from the Mexican press that he expected. And I said, because we're used to seeing guys like Julio Cesar Chavez, like Salvador Sanchez, like Juan Manuel Marquez, like Oscar De La Hoya go after challenge after challenge. And I said, it's not personal. It's just all those guys fought a big name, and then came bigger names, and then another big name. You know, De La Hoya went through Chicanito Hernandez, and then Ruelas, and then Fernando Vargas, and then he went up to middleweight to face Bernard Hopkins. So if you really want to be a legend, you have to earn it in the ring, and it's fight after fight after fight.
All right, we'll see if there's those fighters out there. Whatever it is, I'm
Leicester City, baby. Khan thinks he can pull a Leicester City.
Bernardo, man.
It can happen. It can happen.
Hey, I'm pumpeado for this fight. I know it's a little Spanish, but pumpeado for this one. Claudia Trejos and Bernardo Osuna there on the West Coast getting ready for Saturday night. We're here in Bristol. Of course, we'll be watching. Marley Rivera, Max Bretos. Check out our podcast, Maxi Marley, serving sport fans in English.
Y español.
There it is. See you then.